I'm fine. I'm good. I'm very feel.
The Usyk fight's gonna happen. It's the most important fight in boxing. I think that fight is gigantic because you got Usyk, who's, beats Joshua twice, and the best movement in boxing and skillful. He's a heavyweight Lomachenko.
Yeah.
And was the cruiserweight champion as an undersized heavyweight. And you got Tyson, who's as big a heavyweight as you're ever gonna see.
Massive.
He followed in the footsteps, and I had talked about that, of the greatest before, up to that point, the greatest cruiserweight champion of all time, Evander Holyfield, who was undefeated, like Usyk, and went on, stepped up and fought for the heavyweight title and won the heavyweight championship, which a lot of people didn't think he could do, and he was an underdog too, just like Usyk was. And people thought he couldn't do it, he was too small. So purposely said it. He followed with Holyfield, who had been the greatest cruiserweight champ, had been, because now Usyk might also be the greatest cruiserweight champ of all time. And he was snapping his jab, Usyk. He was using it, he was snapping it. Southpaw jab from the opposite side, from the right side, but he was snapping the jab out while Joshua was pushing it out. When you push it out, that's a polygraph test. See, I'm going to tell you something, Ken. When you're pushing your jab, that is secret code for, without having to verbalize it, you're telling the other guy, I'm looking to hit you with the right hand. Yeah, if you're orthodox. I'm looking to hit you with one punch with the power punch because I'm just trying to set you up. When you're snapping, you're setting the table to eat. And Usyk was setting the table with his right hand jab to eat with the left hand. That's what he did. He went and ate. Matter of fact, he gave Joshua a stomachache with those left hands. He did. He gave him some indigestion. There's no doubt about that. He knew how to win. That's a talent. It's an ability. That is a trait that he had going in that I thought was very important. People downplayed it, or people didn't even look at it, to be honest. He knew how to win. This guy knew how to win. He never let him get that momentum. And then finally, it was even, 8, 9, right around 9 rounds. And then all of a sudden, he took the momentum. He just took control. And he just swept those last 3 rounds. He swept them, and he almost stopped them.
He's a cruiserweight champion, and then he just realized there was no money in it. He's phenomenal, man.
Usyk?
He's so good.
He's the logo for Ukraine.
Is he American?
No, he's
Ukrainian.
Ukrainian. Yeah, he's a bad motherfucker, dude.
Fights out of Lomachenko's camp, right?
Holy shit.
He's
Look
so
at his
good.
forehead.
I think Joshua is a murderous puncher. Murderous. But Usyk's technical skill is at such a high level that it's hard for him to catch him.
Very superior.
He's so good, and he's like constantly moving. You don't find that in the heavyweight division. What you're seeing is Usyk just with his superior boxing style. The combinations and the pace that he put on Joshua was insane. You can't hit him. He just moves so well. His head movement is so superior. And so Joshua is trying to preserve his energy, and he's getting tagged and touched up. Like here he's getting touched up. Here's towards the end of the fight. Yeah.
Damn.
Usyk is just hitting him with a barrage of shit. And this is the 12th and final round, man. And Joshua is just exhausted at the end of it. He's so tired. Look at his body language. He turns away. And that's how Usyk won the title. The second fight was closer, but Usyk won again the second fight. But he never had him hurt like that, where he was really in deep shit.
Damn. Him against Tyson Fury?
Also, Tyson's fundamentally sound, too.
Does he want it? Does Usyk want it? Is he calling him out?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, Usyk called him out. After he won, he called him out. Then that's what Fury's
He's 6'3". He ain't that small.
No, he's not.
No.
I didn't know anything about
That'll
Usyk
exhaust you.
15 minutes ago. And I'm all into it. You got me into it.
And now he's gone and added the heavyweight belts to his collection. I don't even know how many belts that was for. Was it for 1, 2, 20, 18?
The great Oleksandr Usyk adds to his Olympic gold medal, unified cruiserweight champion, and now unified, undefeated heavyweight champion of the world.
At the end of the day, Usyk was good. Usyk was good. Usyk was damn good.
It's going to be interesting to see.
He said, come saddle for me, me old middle Weinstein. For the brown one is not speedy on, until I ride early after, till I find the dark I used to If you can't take pain, real pain, I mean, you can't be a fighter. The gypsy man wouldn't lie on his back, knocked out, for £1 million and let his bleed down.
The entrance was one of the great entrances. It was a phenomenal entrance, came in as the king.
Seems a long time ago now, because it's obviously, but memory never fades. It's still as strong today. It's always been. When he was born and they didn't give him a lot of chance of survival or anything like that, I always seen something there that he would make it, and there was something special about it to occur. You know, on those the week's progress when he was in the intensive care unit and all that, I knew he was going to make it. You know, he had this little different way with him, you know, and you don't see it in many little babies like that when they're so poorly, you know, with him there. He still had a lot of fight in him. When he used to put my hand on his body and feel him, I could feel the strength in him, you know, so I thought, you know what, you're going to be something special, and that's what I made that prediction, you know. To be honest with you, in the early years, he was a very poorly child, you know, and he never showed much of an interest in boxing. But me being a boxing fanatic, and in my spare time when I wasn't working, I used to get the gloves on, mess around with the children, you know, and I used to take him and play with him with the pads, but I never give it a second thought that he'd ever be a boxer. Because he's the most unlikely looking child you'd ever see. He was overweight, he was plump, he was shy, he was an inward kind of a baby, you know, and when he started to get 8, 9, 10, I realised then that he wanted to do this passionately, you know. And then I started to keep my eye on him a little bit, and the years went on, took him with me training to the gyms in Liverpool and all that, and then I knew when he had his first sparring session that he was quality, you know. He never had a pair of gloves on in his life.
That surprised me. You know, I really never really understood Tyson Fury. I never understood, you know. And then I just kept seeing them beating guys that were decent fighters. And I said, wow, they keep beating these guys. I said, are these guys washed up, or these guys throwing the fight? What's the problem here? This guy don't look like he should be beating these guys. But he's beating these guys, and he's laughing at them and making it look comic, you know. And so I became a fan. And he's just so much better than what he appears to be, look what he looks like.
What does it take in a fight of that magnitude, or any fight, to rise off the deck and start fighting back the way that Tyson
did? Hey, listen, it's just that it's not over till it's over. You know, I don't care how hard you punch, how great a puncher. It's hard to beat somebody that doesn't want to quit. It was almost like a fairy tale, screen book written.
I think it was going to happen. He was going to get bullied to death and stopped in about 8 or 9 rounds.
The way he did it, the way he set it up, the way he was relaxed with it as well. He looked like he could do another 20 rounds down there. He wasn't puffing too heavy. His legs were fast. Everything was in complete control.
The amount of times I've written off Tyson Fury in a fight, I'm never ever going to do it again.
Astonishing, sensational, one of the great performances from a British fighter in many, many years. And we said that when he beat Klitschko in Germany. He was sensational. I mean, he promised that he'd come in and that he would take the fight to Deontay Wilder. He did just that. He mixed up skills with strength, and his size was perfect. I was actually sat up in the crowd tonight, and the people around me were saying that why don't they think about pulling him out, you know, at the end of the 6th round. So no problem with the time of the stoppage. I thought Fury was magnificent. He did everything he said he'd do. I thought it would be Fury on points or Wilder by KO, but the way it happened, I think everybody is still stunned here at the MGM Grand.